Hey there guys, Jordan here, back with another reaction video, and it's going to be another death battle. And this death battle is going to be Goku versus Superman, Dragon Ball versus DC Comics. So we're going to have a third battle between Goku and Superman. With the first death battle, Superman reigned victoriously, and their second battle, once again, Superman reigned victoriously. I don't know if it will be the same here, or if it will be completely different somehow. But I suppose this may be the one that puts this entire debate to bed once and for all. So I guess we'll just have to take a look and see who truly is the superior extraterrestrial life form. Alright then, time to set the volume here. And let's begin. Ooh.
Superman, it's time to answer the ultimate question, and we're taking it all into play.
Okay.
Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include all three, just to be thorough, plus Dragon Ball Heroes.
Alright then.
Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, first up, Goku.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy. Marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku. Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy. Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come. Dragon Ball! Kakarot was born a low-class Saiyan on the planet Vegeta, narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza, and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan. Not just raised, but trained.
Alright, background. Full name, Son Goku. Birth name, Kakarot. I guess that's the Vegeta name for him. Age, over 40 years. Height, 5'9", 175 centimeters. Mentors, Grandpa Gohan, Roshi, Kami, King Kai, Whis, Miras. Disciples, Gohan, Oob, Shallot. Hobbies, eating, napping, sports. Occupations, radish farmer, firefighter, office worker. Favorite foods, fish, orange soda, ramen, anything. Not a bad dad, you guys are just mean. Yeah, it is true. A lot of people say that Goku's not the best father, considering that he spends most of his time training and almost no time with his family. But yeah, this seems to be a much more extensive background than the previous fights between him and Superman. So yeah, and it seems that they're including some of the spin-offs, considering that Shallot from Dragon Ball Legends is one of his disciples. And yeah, it seems that they've also included Whis and I think this is supposed to be Beerus. But yeah, I'm actually impressed that they've done a lot more research on Goku. Let's just see if they've extended more on his arsenal abilities and much more.
Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically,
Uh-huh.
the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on discipline and tenacity, both of which strongly define Goku's character. The more he
True.
learned, the more he wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods.
Uh-huh.
And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When
Yes.
you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else. He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very, very literally. It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt. While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before. It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha! An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam. So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds. It's incredibly versatile.
Alright, techniques. After Image, Autonomous Ultra Instinct, Destructo Disc, Dragon Fist, Energy Landmine, Evil Containment Wave, Flight, Fusion Dance, Godbind, Hakai, Instant Transmission, Kaioken. Wow. So they not only included the moves that he got in Dragon Ball Z, but as well as the techniques that he obtained in Dragon Ball Super. Man, I guess they must be using the current version of Goku for this battle, considering that he's actually been improving his character throughout the years, and he's still continuing to this day. Not sure how his opponent will compare with some of these. I mean, considering that he won their previous 2 battles. But maybe this time will be different. We'll just have to wait and see.
With over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet. But unlike most Saiyans, he doesn't just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the solar flare.
There's more. Kame-sen and Ryu, Kamehameha, Ki Sensing, Kaiai, Multiform, Rapid Movement, Rock, Scissors, and Paper, Spirit Bomb, Solar Flare, Telekinesis, Telepathy. Sheesh. Any more of these techniques and Goku will be severely OP for this battle.
Energy Landmine and Godbind require a lot more strategy and planning. Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts.
That is true.
He's trained to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself. He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker. Well, pretty much any container could be used.
The Dragon Ball Super manga states that Matuba, also known as the Evil Containment Wave, is more difficult to cast on stronger targets. It can also be fatal to the caster. Yeah, it is true. The Evil Containment Wave can actually cause its master to be killed if used improperly. So it's good that Goku is learning to master it. I don't know if it'll be able to be useful for his opponent since there's no evil in him. But it has been shown to capture opponents that aren't exactly evil in some iterations. I guess we'll just have to see for ourselves for this.
For the Moth of the Ceiling technique. Then there's Kaioken, aka instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before. And in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass! The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it
The spirit bomb gathers life energy from the surrounding environment, life forms, and even planet. Goku has absorbed its energy in movies and in Dragon Ball Super. That is true. Goku can summon energy from plants, animals, water, air particles, and even other people into a massive ball of energy. And on a few occasions, he actually absorbed the energy from it and used it for his own. Just goes to show that Goku certainly can be resourceful when he needs more power.
Requires considerable time, unlike instant transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the devil wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed.
Okay, then.
The dubs did more than that. In fact,
Alright, Arsenal. Ki, God Ki, pressure and healing properties, protects against demonic magic, undetectable by most mortals, flying Nimbus, max speed 650 kilometers per hour, 400 miles per hour, power pole, Nioibo, staff that obeys one's will, can stretch over 400,000 kilometers, 250,000 miles, Sensu beans, Heroes exclusives, Dimensional Domain, God Meteor, Shenron mode, status buffs and debuffs. Yeah. Aside from his techniques, Goku has a lot of very useful arsenal, and it seems that they're also including his arsenal from Super Dragon Ball Heroes. Even though it's technically not canon to the original source. But it's nice to see that they're including some of the other iterations of Goku and including their techniques for this battle. So it's good on them for trying to level up Goku as much as they can.
Early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light in the darkness was originally about him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
Wow.
If there's any scene that deserves the word epic, it's when he went gold. Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan
That's
God
right.
certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can regenerate a person's lost limbs?
Oh?
They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power
then.
that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Oh, yeah.
heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs are up.
And
What?
that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
God damn.
That much the
Goku compares to Broly, who helped destroy the dimension of strange swirling lights, and is comparable to Cell Max, whose attacks had the gravitational pull of black holes. Wow. So Goku is just as strong as someone who destroyed a dimension of strange swirling lights, and someone whose attacks have the gravitational pull of black holes. Man, this type of training for Goku is insane. Just makes me wonder if Superman will be able to keep up with this. But we'll soon see how Superman compares.
The first time he went God, and he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super...
Transformations: Ozaru, Great Ape, Super Saiyan Full Power, Spirit Bomb Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, Perfected Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct Sign, Perfected Ultra Instinct, True Ultra Instinct, Giant Form. Yup. Goku sure does have many transformations at his disposal. And they've actually become very handy whenever things get too bleak for him along with his teammates. I am curious to see how these transformations will play in this battle. And I'm sure that he'll be able to choose his transformations wisely and use them very wisely at the right time. But I suppose we'll just have to see if he'll actually do just that.
Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through his time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding up Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient...
Greater power levels in Dragon Ball can counter space-time based abilities, such as when Buu broke out of the hyperbolic time chamber and Jiren overpowered his cage of time. Oh man. So it seems there are beings that are capable of countering space-time based abilities, such as Buu breaking out of the time chamber and Jiren overpowering the cage of time. The world of Dragon Ball is completely absurd, but that's what everyone loves about it.
The timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence. Your being and your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form,
Ultra Instinct.
Goku isn't a normal train.
Feats: saved Bora Namekian's Universe 7 Xenoverse, broke Kachi Kachin, disrupted and escaped the pretty black hole, Super Saiyan 3 shook the afterlife, downed Jiren who surpassed gods of destruction, survived energy of destruction, Dark Ki and the Dark Factor, took down Demigro who threatened the multiverse, defeated King Piccolo, Frieza, Majin Buu, Mira, Android 21, Moro, Xeno Goku. Yup. Goku has accomplished much greater feats since his last two battles against Superman. But then again, Superman has been doing some more improving as well. And I'm a bit curious to how his feats compare to Goku's. I guess we'll just have to wait until we see his background and everything.
Transformation, it's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts. Subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone. Doing without thinking.
Goku has always been trained to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes your way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
Wow.
Really intense.
It is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes, aka Dragon Ball fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different continuity,
CC Goku is an alternate continuation of the Super anime. Xeno Goku experienced GT, attained the Super Saiyan 4 full power limit breaker form, and defeated universe busters like Omega Shenron, Cialos, and Shamel. CC Goku defeated Xeno Goku in Duel of the Strongest. So this Goku is an alternate version from an alternative continuation of Super, and it experienced GT and has maintained his Super Saiyan 4 form and has defeated Xeno Goku in Duel of the Strongest. Dragon Ball, you never stop mind-blowing every one of your fans.
CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was cut.
CC Goku has matched Dark King Demigra, whose dark factor could destroy the entire cosmology of Heroes and Xenoverse. There are over... one second. $76,434,925,761 major timelines, infinite minor timelines, and the crack of time beyond that. Wow. So Demigra had a power that could destroy all of the Heroverse and Xenoverse, and Goku was able to match against that. Okay, there is no way my mind can be any more blown.
Gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come.
It sure has.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
Yep. Alright, and now Superman.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's
Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far
Alright.
world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget him. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout. And he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero
Really?
can defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9 decades.
Alright, background. Full name Clark Joseph Kent. Birth name Kal-El. I guess that's how his name is spelled in Kryptonian. Age over 30 years. Height 6'3", 191 centimeters. Occupations: Daily Planet, Daily Star, Galaxy News. Hobbies: linguistics, robotics, zoology. Favorite food: beef bourguignon with ketchup. Love interests: Lois Lane, Lana Lang, Lala L, Lisa LaSalle, Lizard Landis, Lori Lamaris, Luma Lini, Lila Laurel, Lyrica Lloyd, Wonder Woman. Oh. Yep. Superman's background has extended a lot more as well. And my God, look at all these love interests. I guess Superman is truly a ladies' man, if you will. But yeah, and these hobbies and favorite food things, those certainly seem to show a more personal side of Superman when he's not fighting crime. So, yeah, it's nice to get to know him a bit more, considering that this will be his third battle against Goku. So let's just see how his techniques, abilities, and everything else compare to Goku.
Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the first superhero.
Everything's gotta start somewhere, but he was the first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge.
Alright. Superman flew to the edge of the universe to...
edge of the universe in seconds, or even...
to help restore the shrunken cosmos. After it returned to normal, he flew the total distance back to Earth from its actual edge. Man. And they say faster than a speeding bullet. He's pretty much faster than the speed of light at this rate. Just goes to show how much Superman will be willing to put his life on the line to save the people around him, even though he refused to accept his Kryptonian heritage at first.
Break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably thinking of Elseworld stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question, though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful.
Powers: bioelectric aura, flight, heat vision, super breath, super flare, super hearing, super speed, molecular phasing, infinite mass punch. Don't know if we're gonna see more of these, but yeah, all of these have been helpful with Superman to protect Metropolis as well as other cities in the DC universe. And considering that he's one of the founding members of the Justice League, that's really saying a lot. Well, not saying a lot, it's more like that's making a big understatement. But yeah, he certainly does have very useful powers. So Not sure how it will be able to help him in this battle, but maybe all of these powers have had some skyrocketing improvement. And considering that this will be the third battle against Goku, maybe he'll win this fight as well, like he did with the other two. I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
He can sneeze away a solar system or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls. He can see through...
Super strength, supervision, electromagnetic, fourth dimensional, microscopic, telescopic, X-ray, time travel, Genesis powers, energy constructs, interstellar teleportation, mechanicokinesis. Whoa. So I never knew about his Genesis powers. So this is actually new to me. So he constructs energy, can teleport interstellarly, and is able to control mechanics. Wow. This Kryptonian certainly doesn't mess around.
Through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he can't see through lead. That's okay though. He can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman's powers defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time. Or
wow.
gained 10 years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading, and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice.
Really?
My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is...
Alright, skills. Chi control, martial arts, boxing, jujutsu, Krav Maga, pressure point fighting, Tokwazam Rao, astral projection, energy purification, increases combat instincts, Torquazam Vo, Kryptonian theta state, illusion projection, mind manipulation and protection. So yeah, not only does he use his powers, but he's also an expert in fighting by using physical martial arts and mental martial arts. So maybe this type of martial arts can counter Goku's martial arts? That certainly is the question to end this debate. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see if they'll be able to make full use of them.
is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines
Really?
revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman and DC Comics as a whole have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboot basically said everything in the main series is kind of canon. Even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control.
Really?
I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look,
Go figure. Even beyond the infinite multiverse continuity, the most mainline eras of Superman can be directly scaled to each other. Post-Crisis Superman fought Golden Age Superman, who matched Pre-Crisis Superman. Wow. It's insane on how many versions of Superman are considered the main version. And DC stating that pretty much every multiverse version of Superman is canon. Wow. DC certainly is more absurd in its storytelling than their competitor. Well, whichever version of Superman they use, let's just see if it will be able to hold up against Goku, since there are no alternate versions of Goku, per se.
This isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Soups did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time.
Time travel was only utilized by Golden Age and pre-crisis Superman, who traveled to the past, future, alternate dimensions, and even higher dimensions at will. Oh. So the original Superman in the Golden Age and pre-crisis era was able to use time travel. Makes me wonder if this version of Superman will be able to use it as well. I mean, DC said pretty much every iteration of Superman is canonical. I guess we'll just have to see for ourselves later on.
And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that this universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years, but we can calculate a more exact figure. The DC universe is 15 billion years old and expands at 60 trillion light years per half second. This means its radius must be over 50 non-million light years across.
My God.
Zeros.
The 60 trillion light year rate would last longer than our own universe's epoch, as the DC timeline ends 2 billion years after the present. Its universe's scope should be even larger. My word. So the DC universe is much, much, much older than our universe. Man, the people at DC cannot catch a break in the absurdity of their storytelling.
And Soups helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor Black.
Brainiac identified Superman and his allies as the Big Bang's contributors, not Spectre, and Superman did so without parallax energy. His heat vision stands up to universal threats like Imperiex and the amplified Molly the Keeper, so this is consistent. So Superman and his friends were identified as contributors and not Spectre. And Superman did so without parallax energy, and his heat vision stands up to universal threats such as these two, and it's considered consistent. Man. never give up being the symbol of peace for everyone.
Blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman,
punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses.
Oh yeah, he's not exactly super. He does have a few weaknesses. Alright, weaknesses. Kryptonite. Green, fatally saps strength. Red, creates random mutations. Black, causes murderous insanity. Gold, permanently removes powers. Kryptonian viruses. Blood Moral. Doomsday Virus. Virus X. Lead blocks X-ray vision. Magic vulnerability. Red solar energy. Sensory overload. Yeah. There have been a few enemies who have taken advantage of Superman's weaknesses. And considering that his main weakness is kryptonite, which has become a common term for weakness, Superman certainly does seem like there won't be any way for him to continue battling on as long as he's exposed to this radioactive rock. So hopefully there won't be any weaknesses during this battle, and that way he'll be able to battle against Goku with all of his strength. We'll just have to see and make sure that no weaknesses are being taken advantage of.
There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star, so...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's
Okay,
defeated
then.
plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the world.
Okay, feats. Saint Felicity Rose, Felosians, Earth, the Omniverse, shook the Phantom Zone with a punch, obliterated the World Forger's multiverse, survived multiple source wall explosions, restored all timelines while fighting Jackson, destroyed Darkseid's true form with a sub-quantum shout, defeated Lex Luthor, General Zod, Doomsday, Dominus, Quantum Mechanics, World Forger, Ultraman. Sheesh. It seems that Superman has also achieved much better feats from his past two death battles. So then, I suppose we'll soon see how his battle against Goku has improved since their previous two battles, and hope that these feats of his still hold up when it's finished.
World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the sixth dimension crafting a whole new multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home? Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
Agreed.
Alright, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Let's get started. Ooh, there they go.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
There they go. Ooh. Oh man. This is way more intense than the previous battles.
You're holding back. Give it your all. No regrets.
Ooh.
I'm doing just fine.
Whoa. Oh, Super Saiyan Blue. Oh. Ooh. Oh.
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard.
Okay
I'll show
then.
you just how powerful I really am.
Oh.
Like a job?
Whoa. Ooh. Whoa.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Really?
Thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Oh? Ultra Instinct. This should be interesting. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. Oh man.
Finally.
Oh boy, here we go. Oh. Ooh. Oh boy. Wow.
Ah, darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
Oh. Well, what do you know?
That's it! The final, indisputable answer! Ah, who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
There are so many ways this battle can go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for
Yep.
real. Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
Okay.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is
DC's universe is layered with numerous spatial and fractal dimensions when comparing arguments that Dragon Ball and DC's universes could be infinite in scope. DC's is much more layered and complex. I see. So DC's universe is exponentially bigger than Dragon Ball's universe. So, I guess it makes more sense for Superman's feats in his universe than what Goku did in his.
1,505 times larger than our own, but based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger, over a novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
At some point you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times.
Mixizopitical fifth dimension can destroy infinite timelines, all numbered dimensions, the bleed, the sphere of the gods, and the fifth dimension. The world forger, sixth dimensional, is Mixiziptical's superior and forged hypertime. Dragon Ball Heroes infinite timelines and the crack of time doesn't meet the scope. So even though Dragon Ball Heroes infinite timelines have their multiverse destroying beings, it doesn't compare to DC's, who have much greater chances of destroying their multiverse. So there is that.
Times he's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even heroes compete with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized...
Fun fact, Superman can produce 10 billion decibels of sound, which is enough power to destroy 10e plus 999999890 universes. A classic case of writers cannot do math. Wow. So Superman can create an ear-piercing sound has enough power to destroy that many universes. Superman, you never cease to amaze everyone.
Universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent murder.
Cooler intercepted Goku during instant transmission's dimensional hop, which could be an immeasurable speed feat. The dark factor used by several villains Goku fought could also be immeasurable. So even though Goku's instant transmission is faster than the eye can see, he has been caught during it. So, I guess that's a point off for Goku in this regard.
Timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means...
Goku could summon backup with game card technology. However, Superman has an army of robot duplicates on par with the Justice League. Superman's bioelectric aura can also disable and destroy advanced technology such as Lex Luthor's war suit. So even if Goku tried to use game card technology to call for backup, Superman is able to summon robotic duplicates of himself and is able to destroy this kind of technology like he did with Luthor's war suit. So I guess there's no contest here for who is the superior one.
To an end, Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at that.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman.
Superman should win in a battle of attrition. Goku can fight for a week straight, but his ki and senzu beans are finite. Superman can function indefinitely without rest, eating, or sleeping, and with a constant healing factor so long as he has sunlight. So Goku's able to train non-stop for a whole week. However, his sources to keep his energy up are scarce. However, Superman is able to keep doing all of this and will keep having energy as long as he's in direct sunlight. Guess that's another point for Superman with this.
He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 8,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Akai, Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Ki, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, Ki is dependent.
Superman could likely counter status debuffs from heroes like Dimensional Domain, as he resisted the biological decay field of Doomsday and the power nullification of the Hollow Men. He's also developed resistance to energy-draining villains like the Sun Eater, Parasite, and Silver Banshee. So Superman is able to counter against status debuffs because he's faced other beings that are capable of nullifying and debuffing his power as well. Well, guess that's yet another win for Superman here.
And on physical ability, so it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure Ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long.
Superman has escaped time stops, Vandal Savage's Hyper Time Prison, and the Overvoid. It's unlikely the Mafuba could contain him. So even though Goku has been able to escape time stopping, Superman is capable of doing just that because he's faced the exact same thing, if not greater than what Goku has avoided. Well, we all know who wins in this part.
And Goku's never successfully used Akai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Akai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission similar ability.
While outside his usual arsenal, Goku could potentially acquire reality warping items like the Awakened Key Sword, Dragon Balls, or Universe Tree energy. However, Superman can construct and power the Miracle Machine by himself, which has enough power to rewrite the entire DC cosmology. So even if Goku were to use reality warping items, Superman would still be able to counter that, since he can construct and power something that can rewrite the entire DC cosmology. Man, can they stop making good points, please?
From heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any...
Results. Goku. Positives. Greater martial arts mastery, more varied techniques, better mobility via instant transmission. Negatives. Limited ki energy. Equals Ultra Instinct is similar to Theta State, potentially similar speeds. Superman. Positives. Far greater strength, more experienced, higher intelligence, superior stamina via sunlight, counters most of Goku's techniques. Negatives. Limited martial arts mastery. Equals Theta State is similar to Ultra Instinct, potentially similar speeds. So Superman has more advantages than Goku here. Well, looks like it's a 3 for 3 for Superman in this series.
Red star. Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman reaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo.
That is
Spider-Man,
true.
Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then the became anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, who wants Goku to lose?
That's a good point.
Sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation?
That's
Are we
right.
stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Wow, never thought about that.
There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math. The pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
Alright, congratulations, Superman.
Hi, I'm Ben, voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do that, if you're not a Death Battle member yet, click that join button below. See what you're missing.
Next time, Season 10 finale. Ooh. So that was Goku versus Superman, and it looks like, to no one's surprise, Superman won yet again. And the next death battle, the Season 10 finale, Galactus versus Unicron. Whoa. This certainly might be one of the most intense death battles in this show's history. And I'm looking forward to seeing how it will end. Alright everyone, thank y'all for watching, and I will see you all next time.